Hello, Khabir Southwick, a traditional naturopath, Ayurvedic practitioner, and herbalist. This talk is a continuation of my series called Self-Care, Not Healthcare. And the title of this talk is Use Spices to Heal. So often people come to me with digestive problems being my specialty. And of course, besides changing their diet, their eating practices, and giving them herbal remedies to help subside gas and bloating, carminative herbs work very well there for gas and bloating. Ginger, coriander, cumin, very effective. And these are spices, and they help with gas and bloating after a meal in a tea form, but they also help tremendously when you cook with them. And I think one reason we have a lot more digestive complaints and discomfort in our society today is because we're not using spices properly. At one time, these spices were highly valued for their therapeutic effect and their digestive effect. People had bitters after each meal. People took lemon with certain meats to help digest them. People took cardamom with their coffee to neutralize the acidity. People cooked with cumin with legumes to avoid the gas and bloating. And of course, this is still done in most cultures. But here in a Western society, we seem to have just been left with salt and pepper, and then we ruin the salt by processing it and making ionized salt instead of using natural sea salt. So now we're just down to the pepper and a little chili, I suppose. But in fact, all of your cooking can incorporate a lot more spices. And by doing so, you'll find that your digestion improves, your appetite improves, and you enjoy the food more. And this is very important. A good home remedy is just chewing on a little ginger before each meal, and you can actually make it a little stronger if you don't have much of an appetite, and get a little slice of ginger and rub it in a little sea salt and chew it. Or even the Ayurvedic formula is a sliced ginger with sea salt with a little lemon. Eating this before a meal will stimulate the digestive juices, get the pancreas going, and get those enzymes going, and helps secrete more stomach acids, and basically prepare the body to digest the meal. You don't want to eat when you're not hungry. You don't want to eat when you don't have the capacity to eat. And this is what has happened in our society when we have our affluent society, I should say, where we have too much food available. Food's around all the time. We're eating all the time. We're eating at night. And we just have lost a lot. A lot of people have lost their appetite, lost their ability to properly digest. And ginger helps tremendously to bring back this digestive power. Ginger tea, 30 minutes or an hour before a meal, can help tremendously. And like I said, after a meal, you can have ginger, cardamom, cumin, clove, and other carminative herbs in a tea form after a meal to help with digestive discomfort. If you have acid reflux or heartburn, this type of acid reflux, then you have too much stomach acid, and this is taking place after a meal, then chew on fennel seeds. Putting fennel seeds on the table and chewing on those after every meal, which is an Indian practice, will help to settle the stomach acids. And of course, if you cook with fennel, then you can help avoid this type of condition. A few herbs I really want, spices I should say, that I really want to emphasize is cardamom. Cardamom pods used to cost more per weight than the price of gold. And cardamom is a very tasty spice that you can put on many foods. You can cook rice in it, and it's very good in a tea, and it's often in chai teas. And if you look inside of the little cardamom pod, there's the little black seeds. They're like little peppers, and you can chew on those, and they'll just freshen your mouth and help to stimulate digestion. Even if you're a person with heartburn or a pitta type who doesn't do too well with pepper and hot spices, cardamom will be just fine. And of course, traditionally in Arab culture, they put a little cardamom right in with the coffee to take away the acidity. So cardamom was once considered the king of herbs. Cumin, very tasty and flavorful spice, used in a lot of Indian and Asian cooking, South Asian cooking. Very helpful in eliminating gas and bloating and discomfort. Cardamom seeds, very good in teas and good in cooking, to be ground up in certain types of seasoning. And of course, one of the most therapeutic spices of all, turmeric. And I would always recommend my clients to use a type of spice mix. I can make these for my clients particularly, and they generally are based in turmeric and have ginger, cardamom, cumin, sometimes dill, sometimes mint. We have one here. This is just for the Vata type, who tends to get gas and bloating easily. And we have a coriander, cumin, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, ajwan, which is similar to caraway seed, ashvagandha, also called hing, and Himalayan sea salt. So this is a very tasty seasoning, and you can make curries in it and make sprinkle it straight on foods, and it will help with digestion. If you're a kapha type, then you can add a lot more black pepper, mustard seeds, and a little cayenne to help to stimulate your digestion, help with fat metabolism, and even to keep the blood thin. So, in fact, herbs are very healing, and the turmeric is what in Ayurvedic terms tridoshic, so it means it benefits all doshas, all body types, in almost all conditions. It helps to reduce inflammation, helps to heal the GI tract, helps to repair damage to the intestinal villi in the GI tract. So having turmeric on a daily basis in these type of curry or spice, along with these other carbonative herbs like I mentioned, can help with digestion and even help to keep inflammation down and help to improve absorption of your nutrients. And that's really what it's all about. When we talk about good digestion, we're talking about good absorption of nutrients. So I encourage most people to use these type of turmeric-based sauces. We call curry sauce, but doesn't necessarily have to use the curry leaf, and instead of a tomato sauce, which is very acidic. And if you do use tomato sauce, then putting turmeric in it will neutralize the acidity of the tomato. So adding spices to your life will add spice to your life. It will make your digestion better, will increase your appetite, and you can even use them therapeutically to help address particular health conditions, particularly digestive complaints, malabsorption, and inflammation. So I hope that you go out and explore more possibilities for using spices. A few more ideas that come to my mind is putting black pepper on salads helps you digest them, because a salad is very cold and hard to digest, and black pepper is warm and heating, so it stimulates the digestion and balances it out. Putting spices in milk like ginger, cumin, help to digest the hard to digest proteins of milk. Putting spices in yogurt helps to digest, again, these dairy products. So one reason people have trouble with these dairy products, not so much because they're lactose intolerant, it's just because their digestion is weak and some of these proteins are hard to digest. Well, spice solves that problem. So spiced yogurt and spiced kefir drinks are very effective. So spice can neutralize the adverse effects of hard to digest food. So experiment and enjoy, and thank you very much.